How are you this morning? So, let's get down to it. I know what you're thinking. Holy crap, all I saw was the Viking Oracle. What's going on? Well, the answer to your question is simple. But before I get to that, just wanted to say you're already seeing the logos on the screen. I know because I put them there. Now you can see what the coffee mug looks like. Finally got that sucker in. So, I got my tea in that thing, and let me tell you, I got a little mesh basket that I use rather than a tea ball or something like that for my loose leaf tea, and let me tell you, it fits in that jank right there just perfectly. Much like the high-fiving mug, much like the Serious Gourmet shit mug, man, it sits right down in that money and it's nice. So, added that one to my collection of already esteemed mugs. So let's see. So I got 2 mugs for high five and got one for speakyourmindhere.com. Pilled. Hey Webster, Brown, where the fuck are the mugs, son? Make that happen. I also need a pilled mug in my life. Alright. I don't even know if Cloud Hub has a merch store, so I'm not really gonna go there. If that makes any sense. Also, I'm gonna pop it right here on the screen. If you're looking at the Bruce Lee figure, I got that a while back. I just picked up that Crow action figure, and that one was brought to my attention by a coworker, so I gotta thank him. You know, huge shout out to Max for that find. And he just literally brought that thing to me, and he was like, "Here, put this aside till you can buy it." I was like, "Hell yeah!" Because I'm gonna pull up the next picture right now. Yeah, that one's back in print. I don't care that it's a reprint. I really care more about the story, and this one was dedicated to Brandon Lee. So why did I put Bruce and the Crow next to each other? Because his father and son reunited. Simple as that. The two died doing what they loved the most, which was making movies. And they're international stars because of it. Granted, they are not around to enjoy their success as much as we would like them to be here. But guess what? They played action heroes. And Bruce Lee was he was a little heroic in his own life. I mean, the guy did invent his own martial arts style. So, just wanted to share that because I'm a huge fan of that movie, The Crow. Love that. It's awesome. Now, getting to the heart of the matter. So, new mug, I figured, hey, new stuff, right? And I decided, since we're doing straight up Tarot Tuesdays, that I would just go to the runes and do Runecasting Wednesdays. Why Wednesdays? Because it's Odin's Day. That's literally how Wednesday got its name. Look it up. Or as that Marshall Applewhite looking dude Steve McNally would like to say, Wotan. I don't know why. That dude listens to way too much Wagner in my opinion. Just saying. So anyway, because it is that kind of a day, I'm going to go through and we'll find Odin first. And we're going to pop him out there. For some reason, Yggdrasil got flipped over. I was going to say, you got to be kidding me. I thought it was going to be like the first card. So, I'm going to pop him right here. This is his day. And we're going to ask him who he's sending as a guide. I know I shuffled these before, but I'm just going to give him one more little shuffle here. Maybe an overhand. You never know. Could work. There we go. Alright. So, who is the Allfather sending for this one today, I wonder? helping us find our true north with that sunstone. Can't ask for better than that. I don't know about you, but has it seemed like your life is in a little bit of a haze lately? Like you're just not really sure where you're going. There's all that information. There's all that mist. There's all that craziness. And all you want to do is just find your fucking way. Well, that's what we're here to do. On top of that, I actually found a nice little spread that I think works for this. And since I've never attempted this before, yes, I'm going to have to fall back on the book a little bit. But just like always, it will be 9 cards. And we're going to do this in the shape of Thor's own hammer Mjolnir. Alright, so we've got our sunstone there to help us find our true north. Now, what's going on today? We're going to do Mjolnir again. It smashes ignorance and lower energies. This is when we want to get unstuck and get on with things, but we're not sure how to do it. So, here we go. So, what is the higher reason for all this stuff happening right now? And we got Fehu right here. Fehu is a great card. Fehu is a card that symbolizes wealth. Now, wealth could mean anything. As a matter of fact, I did a random card draw for a random person. What was it? Maybe yesterday, day before, while I was out on my break and just kind of hanging around. I started carrying around one of my smaller decks with me. Did a random card draw for her. She turned out 10 of Pentacles, and that's 10 of Coins. That means wealth, abundance, but it also means excess. So my advice to her was, there's a lot to celebrate. Just remember, be careful, moderate a little bit. And this is what Fehu is. Fehu is our wealth, and like I said, it could mean anything. It could mean wealth of family, it could be wealth of friends, could be money, could be anything. But it's very important to have that. So what can you learn from it? Again, we got Laguz, which is going with the flow in our lives, kind of taking a... I need to move these cards up because there's going to be 5 of these things going straight down. So we do need to kind of go with that flow a little bit. Kind of figure out, hey, maybe we need to stop struggling so much and stop forcing the issue. There's a time and place for everything, right? So allow things to kind of come to you for right now. So allow yourself to dream. Use your imagination. Be refreshed by a slightly slower pace, which is never a bad thing. So, what's at the heart of the issue? Well, you got your barriers here. I know it's important to establish barriers at times, those boundaries, but right now, this is what's getting in our way. Issa is always the ice. But this is from us having like a temporary pause or a halt. So, holy shit. Have I got a story for you guys. Recently with that project I was talking about at work, I withdrew from it. Not gonna lie. There were just some things going on with it. There were a lot of things going wrong with it. I felt like if I were being honest, there was no way I could complete it. I would not be effective at it. If anything, the company would be wasting their time and money on it, especially when it came to me. So I did talk to my boss. We kind of talked it over. Of course, I'm frustrated with it because I've been waiting for this for a while, but now Issa is saying this ain't the time. This ain't the time, this ain't the place. You got something like that going on in your life right now where you're kind of questioning it? It will make sense. It's making sense for me. So right now, I have to stop and wait for a better time. I have to be silent and regroup. something's frozen in place for a time. Apparently it's beneficial. So the most important thing is do not allow others to control you or your time. So that's most important. Again, we're kind of going for we're going for the big prize here, right? And right now we need to slow things down. Listen, we live in a world of instant gratification where if we can't get it now, we're not happy, right? And if you look at it, it's right here. We're only 3 cards into this 9-card spread, and it's already telling us, hey, we know you got your eye on the prize, but slow the fuck down. For one, I'm in agreement with that. So the question is, what mental action can we take to address this? And here it is. Hangouts. Oh boy. Gotta love it when he pops up. Even popping up like the entire time. By the way, if you're encountering storms in your life right now, just remember the storm can't consume you if you are the storm. Right? Right. See, I knew we'd agree on that. So, we're being distracted by drama. Now, we know that going in. But the thing is, we need some resilience, okay? Because we're coming to a period of restriction. And we need to be a little careful. We don't need to overextend ourselves right now. Because if we overextend our energies, we're going to be depleted by the time the big how can I put this? We're going to be overextended, overburdened, burn out. I know, man. I'm kind of feeling that myself. And that could be at work, that could be in relationships, it could just be in your day to day. You're feeling burned out by the same old routine and it's not getting you anywhere, right? Well, I'm going to tell you this. Look around, because right now is one of the most exciting times in which to live. But the thing is, there's a whole lot going on and it's meant to distract you. That illusion is still falling apart. I mean, does it get any more plain than that? And there are people trying to prop that up. They're scared to death of losing it. But here's the thing. When it's not sustainable, you don't have to go tearing it down. You can just wait and sit there and sit back and watch it crumble. That happens. It's one of those things. Don't get distracted by drama and bullshit, because that's what's going to hurt you. And that's the mental action we need to be taking. Just don't get distracted. Keep your focus. Keep your eye on the prize. Keep breathing. So the next one is, what emotional action can you take to address this? Or, oh no, what physical action? Sorry, not emotional. Not emotional yet. So what physical action can you take to address this kind of thing? Well, we got Awaz here, or Iwaz rather. And that's where we gotta let some shit go. The thing is, we haven't completed our current cycle yet. Not completing that current cycle means that we got to complete that first. That's what this isn't signifying death and letting things go. Well, I mean, it does let some things go. This is about realigning your life. But right now, you've got a cycle and you got to complete that. And you're gonna have your new beginning or you're gonna have that new beginning, but not before it. Making sense so far? Now, what emotional action can you take? Now we can kind of see what that is. Well, we got Canaz, which means your way is lit up. Your way is lit. And here's the thing. Your way is lit by others. Others who know that way. But you got to be that change that you want to see. You can't just talk it. You got to embody your message to the world. No one can know everything, so you got to learn from trusted others and elders. But the thing is, by illuminating our own shadows, we understand ourselves and our behaviors a lot more deeply. Remember when I talked about going into the closet, literally locking, like if you have room inside of a closet, it is going to be pitch black in there. You are taking yourself right back to you. You're alchemizing yourself. Right now, that's what Canines is representing. It's telling you, you need to confront your own shadow side, your own dark side, and face the son of a bitch on your own terms. If you don't, you will face it on its terms, and you will not win. See what I'm saying? So, that will be next, which is, what is our suggested solution? I do love it when they present solutions. Uruz. Uruz is one of those runes I do love to see pop up. There we go. So, right now, you're building that personal power. There's another one, Manas. Manas building that personal power slowly, right? Or no, that's there's another one, Inguz or Ingvaz, however you want to pronounce it, however you want to say it. I'm an Inguz fan myself because that means building that personal power slowly. This one is building it ethically from inside out. So your endurance and resilience are important right now. So, man, look, this week has been pretty weird. For me personally, I'm not gonna lie, this week has been fucking oddball. It seems like the last 2 days have just been super tests of my patience. I can't tell you how like if I had any hair, I'd have torn it out. But anyway, that's beside the point. Right now, resilience is everything. In fact, a friend of mine sent me a little meme of two guys talking, and one said, "I prevented a murder today." He said, "Oh yeah, how'd you do that?" He said, "Self-control." I mean, self-control, that's self-mastery, right? That's what goes toward it. So you can change fate. Fate ain't always etched in stone. That's not how that works. You can change it once you get a glimmer of what it looks like. I mean, just because you see the cliff coming up right ahead doesn't mean you can't cut the wheel that way and hit the brake, right? Just because you see the cliff coming, does that mean you have to go over it? Nah, you don't have to go over it. So you can change things. But right now, look to your health and vitality because those two may need healing. Okay, that's a good thing. Healing yourself. Hey, if you start needing workout, do a few push-ups, go for walks. That's a great place to start. You gotta start somewhere. I don't care if you only do 2 push-ups and you only walk around the block a couple times. You're gonna feel at least a little better. Now, what is the future outcome if you take these actions? Thurisaz. So there's probably gonna be some struggle. I mean, right here. There are a whole bunch of sides to every story. So just, ignorance is no excuse, ladies and gentlemen. You choose wisdom and remove that old thorn in your side. And get that positive flow of enthusiasm pointing right there at that Laguz card again. Rather than aggression, small-mindedness, and force. Just don't get drawn into the unnecessary drama. Here we are again. Don't get drawn into this distraction. That's what it's telling you. That's going to be your outcome for today. And finally, what can I release for good so I never have this issue again? Ansuz. That's communication, plain and simple. Again, don't get drawn into unnecessary drama. You just gotta keep the sides to every story. Remember, try to understand, try to come across the aisle a little bit. And here it is, folks. Plain and simple, communication. Damn post-nasal drip. Although communication's hard when you got that post-nasal drip screwing with your throat. So remember, right now, the All-Father's words, sending us that sunstone through the hammer of Thor to try to break us out of this rut, whatever it is, whatever it looks like to you. I know we got wealth on our minds, but we're going to have to kind of go with this flow and understand right now we need a slower pace. We got a lot of drama to deal with. We really got to look at things very practically. You know, now is not the time. We need to set our boundaries, but we got to complete our cycle too. Completing that cycle is important. Others are lighting your way here. Okay, so don't get down. You know what? I happen to know one thing. There was one other person going through that project with me. You know, now she has to kind of go through that project on her own. But I know one thing. She's going before me, and she's going through a very problematic process. If she pulls back, if she pulls out like I did, then there's a chance that we'll be able to go through it a little later. If she doesn't, then at least she will have the experience. She will be able to, you know, provide me personally with some you know, tidbits of wisdom. I mean, she was already teaching me a couple things I wish I'd learned in high school, like dimensional analysis. I really wish I'd have taught that in math class instead of that cross multiplication and division shit, because that would have made math a hell of a lot easier. But anyway, she'll be one to light my path, I know that for sure. Someone out there is lighting yours. They're doing what lights them up, and guess what? They have a lot to teach you. Build your personal power ethically. Please do it ethically. Don't be doing it like, don't try to cut corners with it, okay? You know, choose that positive flow here rather than small-mindedness and aggression. And the way to do this to where you never have this problem again is to always communicate clearly and effectively and intelligently, because that's what's going to make everything work. I had to communicate with my bosses. I had to let them know, hey, guess what? Things aren't working out. This thing is a disaster. They helped me out. I'm not exactly happy about it, but you know what? I actually took that little deck and did a little 9-card spread for myself, and I said, did I just do the right thing? And it said, your mind and body are or your mind and your spirit are fine, but your head's all fucked up. Now, I had to admit that. I'm seeing this spread today, and I'm breathing a sigh of relief, really. It's resonating pretty hard with me. I don't know about you. This is the first time I've ever done this. I know it was kind of slow going, and for that I apologize. I know the son of a bitch is probably going to be a while. I'm sitting there talking action figures and coffee mugs and shit. But anyway, that is what I'm talking about. You know, we still got our eye on that prize over there. That, you know, we're looking for that big payday, right? We're looking for that at work. I am. Goodness knows I could use it. Couldn't we all? Anyway, you know what? It is what it is. So, we're not letting that personal power build slowly. We're letting it build ethically. Don't get drawn into this drama. Don't get distracted. Alright? It is what it is. Right? Let it go. Chances are, when you communicate, you're going to be the one to fix a lot of problems. Other people let them shits go. I'm serious. Other people just accept it. Oh, the problems are there. They'll always be there. No, fuck that. Use Thor's hammer and smash them shits. I'm letting you know right now. Don't just take this shit lying down, people. Just because someone in a position of authority says it doesn't mean it's true. I mean, look, let me give you an example. Sorry, I had to get some tea there. Let's pick a name here. Dr. Anthony Fauci can go on TV and tell everybody that decapitation is the most effective and permanent solution to migraine headaches. Now, technically, would he be correct? Absolutely. But does that mean I'm gonna line up to get my head cut off? Not a fucking chance. Because there are other ways to do that don't end your life. See what I'm saying? Does that make sense? And I would clearly and proudly tell him, if he ever said such a thing, to politely, very elegantly, go fuck himself. I would tell anyone that told me, oh, decapitation is safe and effective. You won't feel a thing after that. Yeah, no shit. There's a whole lot you're leaving out. So just because something is institutionalized and it's problematic does not mean it has to stay that way. Sometimes it's best to bring it up and say, listen, you know, this is a problem. And here's why it's a problem. Sometimes they'll see that and they'll go, yeah, it's and this is what I actually heard. I heard, yeah, that's been a problem for a while. A lot of classes have said that, and I'm like, and no one fixed it? Why? How does anyone pass this thing? How does anyone, you know, sort of make the grade on it? You can see it brought a lot more questions than answers. But if I understood what I overheard yesterday, it looks like there may be beginning steps to correcting this. And let me tell you, even if it makes life difficult on me, I'm smiling because I know one thing: I'm going to cause somebody some headaches. I'm going to cause some dopey bureaucrat a headache or two. Or maybe not. Maybe not. I really will be happy if it gets a lot more organized, you know, and flows a little better. Like Ooze again. But right now I need to slow that down. Can't take part in it. So remember, keep your eye on the prize, but slow down a little bit. Understand that this may not be the time. Don't get drawn into the unnecessary drama. Just let that personal power build. Seek guidance where you can. Choose that positive flow rather than force and small-minded aggression, and always remember to communicate. There's my summary. I'm going to get out of here and get this in the pipe. I'm sorry this took so long, and I'm sorry I rambled today. But with this being the first Runecasting Wednesday, tell me, how did you like it? Would you like to see more sort of themed days? Do you think I should do away with this whole thing altogether? Comment down below or on any of my social media. And as always, do what lights you up, and you'll never work a day in your life. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, I love you and appreciate you, and I thank you for having your cup of tea and breakfast with me today. And as always, shine on.